Hi, it's Robert from the Bobsphere, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite book prizes, the Booker. Now, I follow quite a few book prizes, but I don't let the list dictate my reading. But I do like to check them out because you may find something interesting. And the particular book prize I'm going to focus on today is the Booker. Actually, Booker winners. Now, what I like about the Booker is that, or especially the winners, let's put it that way, is that these are books that you can read over and over and over again, and you'll always discover something new. Sometimes they're experimental, sometimes they are thought-provoking stories, but they are great in their own way. Now, I have not read 14 Booker winners, and I think there are about 50, 51 at the moment. So that's not too bad. I'm quite pleased. Maybe over the years when the TBR stacks go down, I'll start completing the Booker winners. That's a future plan. I've got about 3 or 4 unread ones, mind you. Okay, let's start with one of my favorites, Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things. This is absolutely brilliant. I have read it 5 times, and I still discover something new. This is your archetypical Booker winner. What's it about? It's about these twins that finally meet each other after a long separation, and they talk about or reminisce about the event that separated them. It's about Indian politics, and it's brilliant. It is shocking in some places, it will make you squirm, but it is an amazing book, and it's got a very distinctive writing style. Lots of Bookers have distinctive writing styles. There's another one. This is one people don't like, but it's one of my faves. This is Vernon God Little by DBC Pierre, and it's a satire of reality TV culture. It's about a boy who goes to prison, and people have to elect him, have to decide via televoting whether he gets out or not. Kazuo Ishiguro. Okay, I don't think this is his best book. One of his best, not his best. That would be Never Let Me Go. But this is probably second best. It's The Remains of the Day. Like all Ishiguro books, it's about memory and how it plays tricks about you. This time, the pawn, you can say, or who represents memory, is a butler. Read it. The White Tiger. Another one that satirizes Indian politics. It is genuinely funny. It's one people don't like, actually, Booker fans, but I think it's a great novel. It's really flowing, and it's, like I said, it's funny. This is from the best long list I've read. It's probably my favorite long list, where every single, the 13 books, were absolute stunners. It's the 2014 one, check it out. You won't be disappointed. So this is Richard Flanagan, The Narrow Road to Deep North. It's about the railway building in Burma. It'll break your heart. Trust me, it'll give it a wallop like that. This is a gut-wrencher, a heart-wrencher. This one took me by surprise. I really liked it. I'm a fan of George Saunders' earlier short stories. Then later on, I think he wasn't as good as he used to be. So I wasn't skeptical. I didn't have preconceived ideas, but I was really hoping that his first novel would trump his earlier work, and it does. This is absolutely brilliant. It's about Lincoln's son who dies, and it's about his journey in limbo. But really, it's about grief and breaking free and concepts of death. Yeah. See, I'm feeling silent. I'm getting silent. It's a great book. Luminaries, yes. So far to date, I think it's the thickest, or the biggest, I should say, of the Booker winners at a whopping 800 something pages. Let me double check. This edition, anyways. 832 pages. So Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This is, I would say, a meta mystery. There's a crime, and we see it from different angles. It works like a modern TV show. Actually, I think it's going to be a series. I wouldn't be surprised. It has that feel. It takes a while to get into, but once it gets you, you're addicted. I couldn't put it down. Now, one of the few from the 80s is The Bone People by Keri Hulme. This one I bought used in Amsterdam. It's really good. It's got a very particular writing style, so it may not be for everyone. But it's a tale about father-son relationships, abuse, and how it affects people. It's not an easy read, but it's a rewarding one. It's probably the most accessible Booker winner ever. This is Julian Barnes' The Sense of an Ending, but it's one that will provoke you mentally. It's about memory. How faulty is memory? That's all I'm going to say. It's a quick read, but it'll stay with you for life. Now, Margaret Atwood won the Booker twice. I'm not sure about the Testaments. I don't have an opinion because I haven't read that. It's part of the 14. But I'm going through her books. It will start happening very soon. So I'm waiting. Anyway, this is The Blind Assassin. I think this is her best novel out of the 8 I've read. How can I describe it? It's an almost everything book. Okay, it's got 2 timelines. One takes place in a science fiction universe, and the other takes place in reality, and it's about a woman's struggles. But it's much, much more than that. And the sci-fi book has a sci-fi section is really, see, I said book, so I gave a little bit away. But anyway, it's not a spoiler. The sci-fi sections are very significant to the development of the novel. Read it. I'm going to say that all the time. Life of Pi, one of my favorites. My number 1. Did I say I have a number 1 Booker? I did. Probably my number 2 Booker winner. Life of Pi, Yann Martel. I've spoken about this many times. I'm not going to go into it. Love it. Last year's winner, Girl with Another. Again, I've spoken about this many times. I'm not going to go into it. It's a masterpiece. Girl with Another, Bernardine Evaristo. And 2018's winner, Milkman, a book I initially did not like first time round, but then when I read the second time, it blew me away. Wow. And I mean wow. Again, the prose is not easy because it's circular, but once you get into it, you have a very, very rich and strong political tale. You've got a tale about the effects of reading, about small town mentality. It is bizarre in places. It is slightly shocking. Some bits will make you mind boggle because they actually happened. It's really, really good. And it's funny. I did smile quite a few times. But I'm going to repeat myself. It is not an easy read. You have to concentrate a bit. Okay? But it's rewarding. And even this cover is very significant to one scene in the book. I do urge you to read this, and I think it is one of the better winners. Okay, let's see the Tower books. So those are my fave Booker winners. The only one that I left out because I couldn't find it was Michael Ondaatje's The English Patient. Okay, have you read any of these? What's your opinion on them? Do you have any fave Booker winners? Comment below and please subscribe. See you next time. Oh, by the way, I've got a stack of Booker books, so be prepared for those short videos again. Pillows required? Who knows?